Now on CoastTV News.
You'll need the rain gear for one more day as rain is moving across Delmarva this morning and today. We do start to dry it out tonight, then a great weekend weather-wise. Your forecast details coming up.
Pedestrian protection, the moves being made there in Dewey Beach to prevent accidents on its streets.
Muck removal, we're looking at the work being done in Ocean City that could make it easier for boating in its waters.
If we done it together, it would have been probably the best trip that we would have done together.
Special story we found yesterday on the Pony Swim in Chincoteague, and what is in store this morning for the ponies that made their way across the channel.
This is CoastTV News Today.
And we continue here in our 6 o'clock hour. Good morning, I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Paige Marley. It's Thursday, July 25th, 2024.
And as we make our way on this Thursday, I feel like this is the time of year that there are so many things to do outdoors, but it's been a bit of a challenge this week with rain. In fact, I feel like it's every day we've been talking about the rain.
That's right, we have been. Although
oh, it's not just me?
No,
Okay.
well, me too. You saw me yesterday morning?
I did see you.
That wet rat looking look that I had going on.
I would not describe you that way. I would never do that.
I know you wouldn't. I would. But I like what you said earlier, though. On the positive side, we should have a good weekend.
There's a light at the end of the
see
tunnel,
it.
Bob.
Bob has that light for us.
And hopefully it's not a train. I don't think it is. That's a good thing. But we've had the rain, and the bad thing about the rain for me is my front yard was all brown, but now it's greening up. That means I have to cut the grass. So it looks like Saturday could be the day to do that as we finally dry things out for good then. But we are looking at showers this morning. Lots of clouds, a little gloomy, maybe a little bit of fog too. Seeing some showers from Gumbo to Bayville. Some light showers along the coast. If it's not raining lightly, we could be looking at drizzle too. Ocean Pines, Ocean City also seeing the showers, and seeing those showers too for the Eastern Shore. Easton back through Denton and then through Gum Swamp, seeing the rain as those showers moving from southwest to northeast. Some heavier rain across the Outer Banks, North Carolina, and we've got more of this moisture off to our south and west that is still heading our way today. So it's going to be a cloudy day and murky and a little wet. Temperatures in the mid-70s. Winds are light. That's not going to be a factor today, but do watch out for ponding on the roads. And a lot of those ditches are full, and it's not going to take a lot of rain to aggravate problems. A situation with the rain this morning. Not expecting flooding, but watch for ponding on the roads, maybe some big ponds out there. And we're looking at clouds and rain, and if it does get a little sunnier this afternoon, some of us could get into the low 80s. Still some lingering showers this evening, then they finally clear out. Needless to say, with all the clouds, UV index is moderate today. It's only a 4, but then it climbs in the days to come, becomes very high, 9 and 10s into the weekend. So that higher SPF, midday shade, limit time outdoors, and avoid the sun late morning and early afternoon, especially this weekend.
Thank you, Bob. It was a day to remember for many attending the Chincoteague Pony Swim, with still more festivities planned for this week. On Wednesday, tens of thousands of people converging on the small Virginia town, and our team interviewed people from Massachusetts, New York, Tennessee. We also interviewed Kirsten Seloff right there, who came all the way from Illinois, and she told us that it was her and her late grandmother's dream to be at this event.
If we done it together, it would have been probably the best trip that we would have done together.
And 2025 will be the 100th year of the Pony Swim.
And Wednesday, those ponies, as we know, they took to the water for that swim. And now happening today, they'll be auctioned off. The auction helps control the size of the herd, and it serves as a fundraiser for the Chincoteague Volunteer Fire Company. And some of those proceeds, they'll also be given to help veterinary care to the ponies throughout the year. Chincoteague Chamber of Commerce says that the auction will take place very soon at 8 a.m.
We're going to take a look at how this has become such a big event. Now, after many fires in Chincoteague, the locals there discovered their equipment no longer worked well, and according to Chincoteague's website, the Volunteer Fire Company, they held a carnival all the way back in 1925 during the Pony Swim to raise money. It has been described that during the carnival, 15 colts were sold to benefit the fire company, and the carnival was deemed a success. Visitors then began arriving for the annual Pony Swim, and it was reported that the crowd in 1937 was around 25,000 people. In 1947, Marguerite Henry published Misty of Chincoteague, which skyrocketed this event to fame. Does bring us to our CoastTV poll. We want to know, what's your favorite part of the Chincoteague Pony Swim?
All right, 68% of you saying, of course, you like to watch the swim. What? Didn't that go down our last hour? 18%?
Yes, it did.
Dang, the
community feeling went down, even though we were pushing that.
Yeah, come on, guys. No, it's okay. I think more people voted for maybe watching the swim. I don't know. 7% of you say you like the auction. 7% of you say the carnival. There's no wrong answer, though.
No.
We're just messing with you guys. But I do think that community feeling was felt yesterday. Of course, you can still vote. Go to CoastTV.com or vote on the app.
Moving on, and throughout the summer, Dewey Beach, we know it is packed with cars, packed with visitors. It can make things difficult for people trying to cross the street. In order to draw attention to the crosswalk, flashing lights like this installed to tell cars, hey, they need to stop for pedestrians. But the town, they're looking to lower the yellow flashing lights so they're more eye level with drivers. Also under consideration, extending the pedestrian barrier at both ends of town. One Dewey Beach man told Coast TV, he doesn't feel safe having his family cross Route 1 during the summer.
No, not at all. I think when you talk to a lot of the people, especially ones with young kids, the number one concern you have living here is crossing Route 1.
Town says that it'll also be marking the phrase, push the button on the sidewalks, so people remember to push that button on the light-up signs before they cross the street.
Happening now, boaters can expect some relief in Ocean City area. Maryland DNR says the Army Corps of Engineers will be focusing on 2 priority areas from the last round of inlet work. Crews will be clearing muck around the junction between the Isle of Wight and inlet channels. That work scheduled from right now through next Tuesday.
Today in Lewis, reviewing options in combating phragmites. That's the tall, invasive reed grass can be found in wetlands. And this morning, Mayor Andrew Williams and the City Council will hear a presentation from Delaware State Forester Kyle Hoyd on options to eliminate this type of grass. Phragmites, they can dominate an area. They drive out other natural plants. That denies fish and wildlife food. Lewis has been cutting this reed grass on public land all month with a brush hog, and they have 2 more days of cutting scheduled.
We're now going to take a live look at the White House. There it is right there. President made his first public address to the nation since he dropped out of the presidential election.
Yeah, that was last night, Paige. It was his first public appearance since dropping his bid for re-election and backing Vice President Harris as the Democratic candidate.
NBC's Bree Jackson shows us what he says about passing the torch to Harris and now his thoughts about the future.
President Biden addressing the nation about his decision to drop out of the 2024 presidential race.
I believe my record as president, my leadership in the world, my vision for America's future, all merited a second term. But nothing can come in the way of saving our democracy.
The president highlighting his accomplishments over the past 3.5 years and laying out his vision for his remaining time in office.
I'm going to call for Supreme Court reform because this is critical to our democracy.
The 81-year-old Democrat says he's passing the torch to the next generation of party leaders.
There's also a time and a place for new voices, fresh voices, yes, younger voices. And that time and place is now.
The president is endorsing his 59-year-old Vice President, Kamala Harris, to succeed him.
When I am president of the United States, and when Congress passes a law to restore those freedoms, I will sign it into law.
Former President Trump is focusing his attacks on the former prosecutor.
This November, the American people are going to tell her, no thanks, Kamala, you've done a terrible job.
Without directly mentioning the former president, President Biden says Americans must choose between moving the country forward or backward.
The power is in your hands. The idea of America lies in your hands.
President Biden making an appeal to voters in a defining moment in U.S. history. In Washington.
During a speech, President Biden reflected on being in government for over half a century, adding it has been the privilege of his life.
All right, we're just getting started this hour of Coast TV News Today.
Yeah, coming up, canines covered why the BVE SPCA says providing vaccines to your furry friends, it benefits everyone.
Also lighting up Connection, the benefits of supplying bike lights to J1 students at the Ocean City Police Department says goes far beyond safety.
And Chipotle Bowl Business, the CEO says he's planning to fix the over 3,500 restaurants. This after weeks of customers complaining about smaller portions. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness? If you've ever experienced the warning signs of bad circulation, then you need Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way. Soothe pain and calm restless legs. Reduce swelling in your legs, ankles, and feet, and stimulate healthy circulation. Stay active with Legzercise Pro.
Stay tuned to get a free automatic toilet bowl cleaner from Mermaid. Your sink stopper's broken, and fixing a drain is a pain. Introducing Mermaid Drain Magic, the instant solution to most broken drains. Just remove and replace. In seconds, you can fill and drain with a simple press of a button. Drain Magic makes replacing your old, broken, rusty, even missing sink stoppers fast and easy. Drain Magic's anti-clogging basket helps prevent clogs in your sink, catching hair, food, even jewelry. Made with brass and chrome and a silicone gasket, it creates a watertight seal. Order your Mermaid Drain Magic today for only $19.99 and get a Mermaid toilet bowl cleaner absolutely free. Drop it in the tank for up to 3 months of cleaning. But wait, this could be your last chance to get Drain Magic at this low price with free toilet bowl cleaner. There's a strict limit of 3, so order now.
Call 1-800-944-6857 or visit GetDrainMagic.com. So call 1-800-944-6857 or visit GetDrainMagic.com now.
It is exactly 6:12 on this Thursday morning. Lots of clouds over Rehoboth, but did see a little window where the sun was trying to peek through a few moments ago, but that is now since, closed up as we're seeing lots of clouds out there. Some patchy rain across the area right now. Ocean View to Ocean Pines, Cinnapunxet, you're seeing the rain. Dry around Salisbury, but you're going to be seeing more showers, and we're seeing the showers across the eastern shore as we continue in this southwesterly flow. And at times today, with the showers, they could be a little heavy at times. It's muggy out there, out the door, temperatures into the mid-70s, and not a great day on the golf course or any outdoor activity. So not so good on the putt, and the weather not so great. Rain likely, could be heavy at times, and a high around 80 degrees.
DelDOT is urging all drivers to use extreme caution when traveling through work safety zones. And this is coming after a recent rise in work zone crashes. The state says in 2023, 15 DelDOT vehicles were hit by drivers. And as of July 22nd, officials say that number is already more than double last year's, with 37 cars hit, 6 of those causing injury. Another scam alert in Sussex County. The Georgetown Police Department says it has received reports of individuals posing as police officers in an attempt to obtain financial information or even get money from unsuspecting locals. And they say no member of the Georgetown Police Department will ever ask for any financial information or request money for any reason.
The CEO of Chipotle promising to make generous portions more consistent among its more than 3,500 restaurants. For months now, customers, they've been griping on social media about receiving smaller burrito bowl portions. CEO Brian Nichols saying there was never a directive to give us less food. The problem is there's just a lot of inconsistency among the chain's locations. Nichols pledged to correct that by promising retraining to what he calls the right standards. Just months after filing for bankruptcy, Red Lobster may soon have a new owner. Red Lobster announced in a court filing this week it'll accept an existing sale offer from Fortress Credit Corporation. The seafood restaurant chain says it has not received any other acquisition bids. Fortress is one of Red Lobster's largest lenders. It's financed the restaurant's operations. That sale still needs to be approved by a judge, and a hearing has been set for next week. Still ahead this morning, Ocean City Police Department has supplied over 300 bike lights to J1 students. We'll tell you why they say that initiative is so important.
Our Tyndall's casual furniture cam looking a little spooky this morning. And Lord, you can see the ground, but also the clouds going by. It's going to be one of those days, kind of cloudy and wet and drizzly, but then drying out. Friday weekend is looking great. I'll have your forecast details coming up in 2 minutes.
The Today Show, weekdays at 7 on CoastTV. What do you do when your tire goes flat and there's no air anywhere? You reach for Bullseye Pro, the smarter, faster, hands-free way to fill it up with air. Bullseye Pro is equipped with a rechargeable power plant, smart pressure sensor, and custom nozzles. It's like the power of an air compressor in the palm of your hand. Get your complete Bullseye Pro inflation system for just $79.99 and get free shipping. Plus, we'll give you a 50% discount on a second one. Order now. Introducing Paisano, the authentic pizza oven by Granite Stone. Now make the world's most delicious pizza with real stone right in your own home. You simply set it and let it make golden, crispy, extra cheesy stone-baked pies in under 6 minutes. You can get your Paisano pizza oven for just 3 easy payments of $39.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free.
Call 1-800-608-5198 or order online at buypaisano.com.
Positive, focused,
supportive, and goal-oriented. These are just a few qualities of coaches who inspire their athletes.
Each month, the Preston Automotive Group will select a coach who makes a difference and make a $500 donation to their organization. Then at the end of the year, 3 of these coaches will receive an extra donation to their program.
Nominate your coach today at DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com under the Features tab.
Delmarva Sports Network, coach who makes a difference. Brought to you by Preston Automotive Group.
The weather is brought to you by Spicer Brothers Construction. Born here to serve here.
Transform your bath today with baths by Spicer Brothers.
Call now and ask about our Refresh for Less promotion and get a new bath or shower for only $69.95. Plus, get 20% off all upgrades.
Imagine stepping into a beautifully renovated bath designed by our experts and installed by our certified professionals.
This offer is hotter than a sauna and won't last forever. So don't miss out on our Refresh for Less promotion for just $69.95 with 20% off all upgrades.
Before you sign, keep Baths by Spicer Brothers in mind, because you deserve the best.
Approaching 6:17 on this Thursday morning, and we are looking at a live shot of Lewis. There you go, a cloudy, damp morning there. So we deal with another day of rain, Bob.
Yeah, but you know, it's the last day of rain, Matt, so that's certainly good news. But you'll need the umbrella once again and the raincoat and the rain boots as we're looking at more of those showers building in through Delmarva this morning. Here's clouds and radar. Lots of clouds. We have seen a few peaks of sun, some bright spots over the ocean, but those are quickly closing up. And a good chunk of Sussex County is at least dry right now. What the radar's not picking up on is the possibility of some drizzle. But some light rain from Ocean View down to Sinnapunxet, Newark as well. And then farther west of Salisbury, you're seeing showers, and the eastern shore also in the showers. So it's the hit and miss on and off rain and drizzle as we go through the morning. Watch for a little bit of fog as well. And then we're seeing that rain stretching back to the west through D.C. and then back into Virginia. So we still have all this to go through. So it's going to be one of those days where we're looking at the showers, and those stretch back into the Carolinas as well. Looks like some heavier rain for eastern North Carolina. And it's possible we could get into some pockets of heavier rain later on with one front to our west, and then the real cold front that ends all this humidity will be now moving through the Ohio Valley, and behind it, much drier air mass builds in Friday and for the weekend, looking really good at that time. But it's muggy and mild out there right now, and temperatures into the mid-70s with light winds, and Futurecast this morning has us in the rain. Take it slow. We've got ponding on the roads. I notice a lot of those ditches are full too, so everything is pretty saturated, and we're looking at more of that on and off rain throughout the day. By noon, still some showers. If we get into some sunshine, we do get into the low 80s, but a lot of us stay in the 70s. Still some lingering showers this evening. Then we finally dry it out by about 6, 7 o'clock, and we start to see some gradual clearing through the overnight hours. So by Friday morning, our flow is a drier flow out of the north, and we're seeing temperatures in the 60s and 70s, and then Friday, maybe some morning clouds, and then gorgeous in the afternoon. Lower humidity, low 80s, inland areas, 70s at the coast. And then as we go into Friday night, it gets really cool by Saturday morning. Look at this, 60 to 62 inland areas. It's been a while since we've seen that in 60s along the coast. Saturday will be another beautiful day as high pressure continues to build in with low humidity. And then Sunday, we're going to do it again. Another good-looking day. As far as the rain goes, we could pick up another quarter to a half inch or so between now and this evening. And the humidity will drop off. It's in the very humid range now, but then we get into the comfortable range as we go into this weekend. Paul Davis, 7-day forecast, 80 maybe today with the rain, and then Friday drying out, 83. Saturday, gorgeous, wall-to-wall sunshine, 85, comfortable humidity levels, and cool mornings in the low 60s. Sunday, 87, and then 80s again next week. It looks like increasing storms as we go into Tuesday and Wednesday.
Thanks, Bob. The Ocean City Police Department has been handing out bicycle lights to help prevent dangerous situations on the road. The goal here is to make sure everyone is visible and easy to see even when it gets dark. Last Friday, the OCPD went to a local McDonald's to hand out bicycle lights to J1 workers and teach them the ins and outs of riding in the town.
A demographic that is here in Ocean City that A, is not familiar with the laws, and also just that connection with the police. They may not be the same as back home, so we want to build that friendly gap and make sure they're safe.
And just this year, the OCPD has given out over 370 bicycle lights.
Coming up next on Coast TV News Today, canines covered, how the BVSPCA says you can learn more about the important vaccine for the dog flu after a rise in cases across Delmarva. We'll be right back.
The UV Index Weather Report is sponsored by Ocean City Tourism. Somewhere to smile about.
Intruders are more likely to target homes with dark zones. Take the bullseye off your house and turn on Bionic Spotlight Extreme 360, the motion-activated home defense light that looks just like a high-tech security camera. It detects even the slightest motion and automatically triggers 6 ultra-bright LED high beams. During the day, it's disguised as a high-tech security camera. It's completely wireless and installs in just seconds. Powered by solar panels, no batteries needed. It adjusts a full 360 degrees. Call or go online and order your Bionic Extreme 360 for just $19.99. But wait, we can also include a second one. Just pay a separate fee. Plus, we'll give you free shipping on your entire order.
To order, call 1-800-316-1548 or go online to buybionic360.com. So call 1-800-316-1548 or go to buybionic360.com.
This summer, Lewis is your go-to destination for live music. Rocking the Docks brings you the best tunes from soulful sounds to classic vibes. There's something for everyone. Plus, enjoy food trucks and explore our vendor market at every show. Don't miss out on beautiful sunsets and great tunes. And don't forget to bring the whole family. Kids 12 and under are free. Rocking the Docks, your summer soundtrack. Tickets on sale now at rockingthedockslewis.com.
Wednesday, the Brandywine Valley SPCA in Georgetown administered free vaccine shots to anyone who signed their dogs up. But this was in response to the canine influenza virus that's been affecting Delaware animals. Mike Caviani manages the BVSPCA shelters in Delaware and in Pennsylvania. And he says the unique experience has been beneficial for everyone.
We know these upper respiratory infections are contagious. Vaccines are really a critical part of not only keeping your pet healthy, but keeping the community healthy. So we know that there's great science out there to show that the drawbacks are really non-existent or minimal compared to certainly the protection that our pets receive by getting these vaccines.
And Caviani says if you have any questions about the vaccine, make an appointment. They will gladly explain all the benefits to you.
First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey back with us again, and it just doesn't seem like there's much of a window today where it is not raining.
Yeah, I think that window is pretty short. If it's not raining, it's probably cloudy, maybe some patchy drizzle. So along the beaches, I don't know what a plan B would be at the beach. Maybe just walk along and do some shopping. Hey, how about that? Chincoteague and Assateague, we're looking at the on and off rain today. Highs only into the mid-70s for you. Be careful out there if you are venturing in the ocean. Rip current threat is still moderate. Fenwick Island, mid-70s, on and off rain. And when it's not raining, the sun could come out for a little while. Ocean City, mid-70s with the showers. And then your 3-day forecast on the Bayside. Cambridge, rainy today, then drying out Friday. Beautiful Saturday, 85. Similar conditions for Crisfield, upper 70s today, and then lots of sunshine. And the weekend is looking outstanding with low humidity. But then some changes as we go into next week. Much more on your forecast coming up in the second half hour.
Thank you. Also coming up after the break, pushing for pedestrian safety. The new projects coming to Dewey Beach to increase safety in the coastal town.
Also, coastal dredging continues. We have an update on that water work that is being done in Ocean City.
And a pony prize. We're talking about the pony auction, how it benefits more than just the Chincoteague Volunteer Fire Company. Coast TV News Today will be right back.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new, clinically proven Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way.
After using Legzercise for a week, I felt like I wanted to go for a walk again without pain like I used to.
Legzercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
It's helped with the swelling and the pain. The tingling feeling is gone.
Call right now and order your very own Legzercise Pro, the clinically proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call now.
For every season, every weather moment, stay ahead with the CoastTV First Alert Weather Phone. Just call 443-880-9100. Your forecast just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandalas, Brockstead, and Federico.
Feeling the summer sizzle? Is it turning your home into a sauna? At FH Fur, we know you can't wait when your AC is down for the count. That's why we're offering same-day service, guaranteed. If we don't make it to you the very same day, you will pay a diagnostic or dispatch fee, plain and simple. So whether your AC is blowing hot air, your thermostat is on the fritz, or your entire system needs replacing, an FH Fur expert technician will bring your comfort back today.
877-CALL-FUR, FHFur.com.
Next Jeopardy! What other life-threatening obstacles have you overcome to be here today?
Many. Thursday at 7:30 on Coast TV. NBC Nightly News. Weeknights at 6:30 on Coast TV.
Now on Coast TV News.
You'll need the rain gear for one more day as rain is moving across Delmarva this morning, but we do start to dry out tonight. Then a great weekend shaping up for the region. I'll have your forecast details coming up.
I've given my heart and my soul to our nation.
Biden explains decision as we hear from the president in a new political landscape.
Channel work, the project taking place in Ocean City to make it easier for boaters.
Festivities with the foals, the next event involving those ponies in Chincoteague.
This is Coast TV News Today.
July 25th, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Penson. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning. Thank you all for joining us. I'm Paige Marley.
The time is 6:28. We were talking during the break. If you're just joining us, you may have missed this story. There's a very interesting vehicle along our coast.
I'm so excited. It's the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
I've seen it in person several times. Not the one that's here right now, but in the past.
Yeah. It was in Bethany Beach a few years ago.
That's
I got to go inside, and they gave me a weenie whistle, but it doesn't work. So I need to go to this Wienermobile and get a new one.
Knock.
I need
a better whistle.
Exchange for my weenie whistle. Yeah, so maybe I'll do that this weekend if I see it. We'll tell you more about that in a moment. Maybe you're more interested, though, in the weather.
I don't know. We could talk hot dogs all day, I feel like.
Yes,
I know
we
you
could.
can.
I definitely could. But, Bob, people are, of course, curious for the weekend plans.
Frankly, guys, You know, I would want to drive the Wienermobile just to see the looks I would get from people. You know, wow, it's the Wienermobile. Yeah, so looking forward to that. Hope they have wiper blades because we have rain out there with lots of clouds. Scattered showers, nothing all that heavy now across Sussex County. A few showers around Millsboro, Ocean View as well, and those stretch down to Ocean Pines. So a little rainy along the coast and some showers around Salisbury. Hit and miss, and that's also the case for the Eastern Shore. We're in this moist southwest flow, and there's more rain to come that stretches back through Maryland on into D.C. and across the Carolinas. So it's going to be kind of a wet day. Out the door, temperatures in the mid-70s and a light southwest breeze. So we have saturated ground. The ditches are pretty full, so it's not going to take a lot of rain to aggravate that situation. So watch for the rain this morning. We will get some breaks from time to time, and if we do get those breaks this afternoon, we'll top out in the low 80s. Otherwise, still a few more showers, and then it's the last of it as we go into this evening. So on the checklist today, make sure you have the raincoat, rain boots, umbrella. Watch for ponding on the roads. Take it a little slower out there, and you can hold off on the sunscreen and sunglasses today.
Thank you, Bob. On Wednesday, the ponies took to the water. This was the 99th year of the Chincoteague Pony Swim, and happening today, the ponies will be auctioned off. That auction, it helps control the size of the herd and serves as a fundraiser for the Chincoteague Volunteer Fire Company. Some of the proceeds will also help to give veterinary care to the ponies throughout the year. The Chincoteague Chamber of Commerce says that auction will take place in about 90 minutes from now at 8 a.m.
Ooh, looking forward to that. Happening right now, boaters can expect some relief in the Ocean City area soon. Maryland DNR saying the Army Corps of Engineers will be focusing on 2 priority areas from the last round of inlet work. Crews will be clearing muck around the junction between the Isle of Wight and inlet channels. That work is scheduled from now through next Tuesday.
Today in Lewis, reviewing options in combating phragmites. That's the tall, invasive reed grass that can be found in wetlands. And this morning, Mayor Andrew Williams and the City Council will hear a presentation from Delaware State Forester Kyle Hoyd on options to eliminate this type of grass. Phragmites, they can dominate an area. They can drive out other natural plants. And this denies fish and wildlife food. And Lewis has been cutting this reed grass on public land all month with a brush hog, and they have 2 more days of cutting scheduled.
Dewey Beach is continuing to make some changes in order to keep pedestrians safe. The town says they're looking to extend the pedestrian barrier at both ends of town, and they plan to lower the flashing lights on the crosswalk signs.
CoastTV news reporter Elisa Weber tells us why locals say more needs to be done because traffic is getting worse in town.
Throughout the summer, even when it's overcast, Dewey Beach is filled with cars, which can make it difficult for people to cross the street safely. In order to draw attention to the crosswalk, flashing lights were installed to tell cars they need to stop for pedestrians. But the town says it is looking to make even more changes because drivers don't always pay attention when the lights are flashing.
So we're hoping this fall, when the state comes in as part of their public safety project they're going to be doing here in Dewey Beach, is to lower the yellow beacons that are on the center island so they're more at eye level for the drivers of the vehicles.
Chuck Litchford, who has lived in Dewey for about 9 years, says crossing the street is always a concern for him and his family.
So the area's changed dramatically, and unfortunately a lot of the people that visit and come here aren't familiar with how the traffic patterns work, aren't familiar with the crosswalks. And I think it takes a lot of people by surprise.
The town is also looking to extend the pedestrian median barrier further at both ends of town, which is important because the barrier keeps people from jaywalking. The town says that in order to remind people that they need to press this button before they cross the street, they're going to be stenciling the phrase, "push the button," on the sidewalks in order to give an extra reminder. In Dewey Beach, I'm Elisa Weber, Coast TV News.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is scheduled to meet with President Joe Biden at the White House today. The two are set to discuss ongoing ceasefire negotiations involving the terrorist organization Hamas.
Yeah, they also plan to meet with family members of Hamas's American hostages. As Amy Kiley shows us, Netanyahu's visit is sparking controversy, even protests.
The controversial visit from Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu continues in Washington today.
You're coming here to the U.S., you're coming here to speak in Congress. Don't think we'll say, wow, Netanyahu is speaking in Congress. He's a very important man. Well, we don't care about it. We want him to sign a deal.
Today's agenda includes a meeting with President Joe Biden at the White House. In part, that's to discuss progress toward a ceasefire and hostage release deal. The two leaders are also set to meet with family members of Americans whom Hamas is holding captive.
The Prime Minister understands that his legacy is going to be very much shaped by whether or not he's able to bring home these hostages. So I know he wants to get this done.
These demonstrators say they want such a deal. Other protesters are using Netanyahu's visit to speak out against civilian deaths in Gaza.
That this Congress has decided to allow this man to speak is fundamentally unacceptable.
My motivation is that these kids who are no longer with us would have at least a few last words in the fact of their appearance, and that they would not be totally forgot.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
President Joe Biden delivered a historic address to the nation, explaining to the American people why he dropped his re-election bid for a second term. President Biden saying while his time in office has been the honor of a lifetime, the best way forward is to pass the torch to a new generation.
You know, there is a time and a place for long years of experience in public life. But there's also a time and a place for new voices, fresh voices, yes, younger voices. And that time and place is now. Over the next 6 months, I'll be focused on doing my job as president.
When President Biden followed his address with a private moment with his family, they then gathered in the Rose Garden with hundreds of White House staffers.
House lawmakers adopted a resolution to establish a bipartisan task force to investigate the attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump. Speaker of the House Mike Johnson and Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries will now select 7 Republicans and 6 Democrats to be on that task force. The goal is to understand what went wrong on that day at the rally in Pennsylvania, and also to ensure accountability and to prevent such an agency failure from ever happening again.
The Department of Justice has finalized a plea agreement with Boeing. According to the plea deal, the aviation company will plead guilty to a felony charge of defrauding the U.S. government and pay more than $243 million in fines. Boeing also admitted to defrauding the Federal Aviation Administration when seeking permission for the 737 MAX plane to carry passengers. That agreement also states Boeing's board of directors will have a meeting with victims' families and their legal representatives.
Still more news to get to in this final half hour. Don't go anywhere.
Coming up, Cape Henlopen Student Support, how the school district is partnering with BB Healthcare to support students after the tragic death of 2 of its own earlier this month.
Also, it's the night to crown a champion in Worcester County. We'll break down one of tonight's key matchups in the Maryland Supreme Summer League.
And you heard us earlier, the Wiener is on the way. We'll tell you where on Delmarva you can catch the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile along our coast. Stick with us on Coast TV News today.
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. It has the motor and blades built right into the lid, so blend a shake at the gym, make pina coladas by poolside, or grind coffee beans for an iced cold brew on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 with free shipping. You'll also get 2 sipping lids, a second container, and the sports lid. Get it all for just $29.99. Order now.
The Great American Getaway is just around the corner. Down the river, across the park, through the trees, up the street, around the bend, over the bridge, and all across Pennsylvania. So if you're ready for a weekend adventure like no other, we're happy to show you the way. Pennsylvania, the Great American Getaway.
Are you having trouble hearing your TV or listening to conversations in loud spaces? Then it might be time to consider Nano hearing aids. Don't mistake Nanos for cheap amplifiers. Nanos are FDA-registered OTC hearing aids, which means no more having to go to a doctor and spend thousands. Nano hearing aids are now offering $100 off through this special TV offer. Order right now and get 2 CIC rechargeable hearing aids for only $297. And if you're not happy, return them for a full refund.
6:39 on our murky Thursday morning gutter helmet cam. We've got Old Glory waving in the breeze there. It's kind of drizzly, light rain in Ocean View. We've got those spotty showers, Delmar up to Millsboro, up to Lewis and Ocean View as well. So you'll need the umbrella out the door. Berlin, Newark also getting the rain. Salisbury, you're getting wet as well, and seeing those scattered showers across the eastern shore as everything is moving southwest to northeast, and we've got more of the rain back through Virginia, and that will be working in pretty much all day long. And it's mild and muggy out the door this morning. Temperatures in the mid-70s. Needless to say, not the best day for golf. Maybe bring a squeegee for the green. Not so good. Kind of rainy, and that rain could be heavy at times. 80 degrees. And call the CoastTV First Alert weather phone. Just updated it a little while ago. It's sponsored by Baird, Mandalis, Brockstead, and Federico.
Bob, thank you so much. The Delaware Tourism Office will reopen the Sports Tourism Capital Investment Fund, and it's taking applications. That fund will open starting August 1st. These will attract out-of-state visitors, so those applications will be accepted until September 13th, with details available on the Delaware Tourism website.
We've been talking about it for the last couple of minutes. Here it is, folks. Very exciting for us. The nice surprise at the Cape May Lewis Ferry occurring. The Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. It caught a ride from New Jersey and then came to our side of the Delaware Bay in Lewis. And according to the Facebook post by the ferry, this food-like roaster, it's going to be in Lewis through Sunday, so a good chance to see it.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
One final run of basketball in Worcester County tomorrow night. And it's time to break down the cross-state semifinal matchups in the Maryland Supreme Summer League that will kickstart an exciting night of hoops. We start with the 4-seed Laurel Dogs, led by a group built on defense and intensity. They're coming off a tight 36-33 win over James M. Bennett, led by 12 points apiece from leading scorers Brock Hill and Zabrian Ely. They'll take on the #1 overall seed Groove City, representing Cambridge South Dorchester. Groove City did not lose in the regular season, but they did suffer one of their biggest scares in round 1 with a 53-48 overtime win over Aarons from Pocomoke. They're led in scoring by senior Kobe Ennels. This game tips off at 6:15 p.m. And while this one tips off at 6:15, our coverage starts at 6, and we'll have the other semifinal game between Chrisfield and Stephen Decatur at 7:15 p.m. And of course, it all wraps up with the finals at 8:15 p.m. between the winners of both of those semifinal games. It will all be live on the Delmarva Sports Network, so make sure to tune in. That'll do it for sports. Have a great day, everyone.
Now in your entertainment news, 2 movies featuring pairs of Academy Award winners. Here's David Daniel with the Hollywood Minute.
Do anything you want. You're Joker.
Oscar winners Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga team up in the latest trailer for Joker, Folie à Deux. The 2019 original is the highest-grossing R-rated film in history. The sequel, a musical, premieres at the Venice Film Festival before hitting U.S. theaters October 4th.
Sing hallelujah, come on, get happy. Get ready for the judgment day.
Take your time. Cate Blanchett is connecting with a fellow Academy Award winner. The actress is set to star in the spy drama Black Bag from Oscar-winning director Steven Soderbergh. 2-time Oscar nominee Michael Fassbender co-stars in the mystery thriller. Black Bag is due in theaters March 14th, 2025. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
The 2024 Paris Olympics, they begin tomorrow. The best athletes from around the world on one big stage. You can catch all the action right here on Coast TV. Starts July 26th. And then on July 27th, tune into Coast TV for the Olympic Zone. This is a show that features a daily summary and showcase of up-to-the-minute Olympics content. There's some really cool things behind the scenes here. It sets the stage for the most important action every night of the games. All this happening exclusively on Coast TV at 7:30 during the games.
A gloomy start to our Thursday, but we still have folks out there on the beach in Rehoboth setting up their umbrellas and their chairs, getting ready for maybe a little bit of sunshine, but more rain today. We do start to dry it out tonight, and especially Friday and the weekend is looking great. I'll have your forecast details coming up in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Take your favorite radio station with you wherever you go. Download free today.
Intruders are more likely to target homes with dark zones. Take the bullseye off your house and turn on Bionic Spotlight Extreme 360, the motion-activated home defense light that looks just like a high-tech security camera. It detects even the slightest motion and automatically triggers 6 ultra-bright LED high beams. During the day, it's disguised as a high-tech security camera. It's completely wireless and installs in just seconds. Powered by solar panels, no batteries needed. It adjusts a full 360 degrees. Call or go online and order your Bionic Extreme 360 for just $19.99. But wait, we can also include a second one. Just pay a separate fee. Plus, we'll give you free shipping on your entire order.
To order, call 1-800-316-1548 or go online to buybionic360.com. So call 1-800-316-1548 or go to buybionic360.com.
Turn your dreams of a perfect kitchen into reality with That Cabinet Store, where a dedicated team of designers will bring your vision to life. Whether it's traditional or European, kitchen design is our specialty. And we can get your fully customized kitchen cabinets installed in as little as 4 weeks, semi-custom in 10 days. And if you're looking for new countertops, we offer quality in-house fabricated countertops. Dream today, designs for tomorrow at That Cabinet Store, located with Matt the Carpet Guy in Selbyville and Salisbury.
Weather brought to you by Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning, dedicated to excellence in Delaware and Maryland.
Coastal Comfort knows there's no place like home. It's where we can be totally comfortable being ourselves, making a mess, making improvements, making strides, making memories with those we love, totally. Big or small, at the beach, or on the farm, all along the Eastern Shore. It's home, and Coastal Comfort is always here to keep you totally comfortable. Coastal Comfort, a Carrier factory authorized dealer serving Maryland and Delaware. Carrier, turn to the experts.
It is 6:46 on your Thursday morning. We are going to take a live look now at Laurel, and kind of what we expected, Bob, that cloudy, kind of just a little bit of a dreary morning.
Yeah, it is a little dreary, but we'll take a dreary week and a rainy week page to set us up for a nice weekend. How about that? Yeah, we start drying things out tonight and Friday, especially for the weekend, but it's rain this morning. You can see how the rain is filling in again around Delmar up to Laurel, back through Millsboro and Dewey Beach as well. Delmar getting some heavier showers up towards the Seaford area as well. You're right on the edge, and then Millsboro up to Dewey Beach, and then down the coast, kind of cloudy, kind of rainy. It's also rainy from Ocean Pines to Sinnapunxet down towards Chincoteague right now. Some moderate rain possible, and also a little rainy around Salisbury and then the Eastern Shore, also seeing pockets of rain. If you're not seeing the rain, it's cloudy. It's probably drizzly as well, as the pockets of rain continue to move on through. And there's more where that came from. You can see this shield of rain from around D.C. back into Virginia. And this will all continue to move our way as we go through the morning into the afternoon. Even some thunderstorms across the eastern parts of North Carolina, as we're seeing a cold front starting to push all this activity over the top of us. And there's the front that will end this activity this evening and then start a beautiful trend for the weekend. Friday and into the weekend, we've got this dome of high pressure building in behind this front with clear skies, low humidity, and cooler weather headed our way for the weekend. But out the door, it's mild and muggy, temperatures into the 70s with light winds. And here's Futurecast at 7:30. We've got the rain. We'll be in and out of the rain essentially all day, and at times that rain could be heavy. If we see some sunshine this afternoon, we could get into the low 80s. Besides that, we pretty much stay in the 70s with more of those showers this evening. Then it's over about 6 or 7 o'clock. Then we start to dry it out. The flow turns out of the northwest. We start to clear the skies, and by Friday morning, we're in the 60s and 70s as the wind is turning to the north. Humidity will lower tomorrow, and by afternoon, just gorgeous conditions on your Friday. Lots of sunshine, lower 80s, inland 70s at the beaches. And then Friday night into Saturday morning, it really cools off with clear skies. Look at this. Temperatures in some cases down near 60 by Saturday morning, and mid to upper 60s along the coast, and a beautiful Saturday on the way with high pressure, lots of sunshine, and temperatures actually a little bit below average. And Sunday also looking pretty nice as well. Now, we could pick up another, say, quarter to maybe a half an inch of rain as we go through this afternoon and this evening. And here's the muggy meter, very humid now, but we get into the comfortable range for this weekend. Looking forward to that. Paul Davis, 7-day forecast, 80 with the rain today, 83 on Friday as the humidity drops, and so do the temperatures by Saturday morning, 62, and then Saturday, gorgeous, 85, 87 Sunday, and then mild and warm next week, dry Monday, but a better chance of some isolated storms by Tuesday and Wednesday.
All right, Bob, thank you so much. New this morning, BB Healthcare partnering with Cape Henlopen School District after the tragic death of 2 students earlier this month. The organization saying it'll offer grief support during the sports physical nights. Students can talk with grief and behavioral health specialists without an appointment. Appointments are required for those sports physicals, however. Specialists will be available tonight at Cape Henlopen High School from 5 to 8, and then again August 1st.
The Maryland Department of Natural Resources announcing it will provide over $21 million for the waterway improvement funds to fund projects across the state. The agency says some of the money will go towards new and improved boating access, dredging, and emergency tools for first responders. And Wicomico County, $925,000 will go towards the Nanticoke Harbor dredging, and Worcester County, $125,000 for boat ramp repairs and comfort station renovations at Assateague State Park.
Maybe it's been a rough week. Well, don't worry. You can cheer up with our Feel Good Friday newsletter. All you got to do, go to CoastTV/sign up. That's all you got to do. It's super free. You'll have fun things to do each weekend, fun features, all that good stuff. So again, CoastTV.com/sign up. Weekly dose of joy sent directly to your inbox each Friday. All right, now some joy, though. We're at 6:50. It's time to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
Yep, certainly is. Today's coastal pet is our friend Esmeralda. You can see a sweet treat was in her forecast over the weekend. I love that we got video for this.
Yeah.
Esmeralda stopped by Dairy Queen for a pup cup. And we do think she deserves a treat every weekend, and she was submitted to us by Tammy in Millsboro.
So sweet. And don't forget, you can always send us pictures and videos of your pets. Send them to us. Tell us what makes them so great.
You got that QR code, top of your screen. Scan that. That way you can get your furry friend to us here, and then you can watch weekdays on Coast TV News, 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
With all the rain we've been seeing, it's greening up nicely out there. We can see that in Laurel right now. Low clouds, drizzle, some fog, and the rain continues today. But then it begins to dry out tonight, especially Friday, and then a gorgeous weekend on the way. I'll have your 10-day forecast coming up next.
Coverage on the road, in your community, along the coast. The IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, live on the street, day or night. From breaking news to weather in your town, the IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep. Coverage you can count on.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new, clinically proven Legzercise Pro. The natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way.
After using Legzercise for a week, I felt like I wanted to go for a walk again without pain like I used to.
Legzercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
It's helped with the swelling and the pain. The tingling feeling is gone.
Call right now and order your very own Legzercise Pro, the clinically proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call now.
Flashing lights. See them, and you know to go slow. Now we put that same technology in the palm of your hand with Lizard Flare. It's the high-tech safety flare with no flame. Lizard Flare uses 15 high-intensity LED strobes that can be seen nearly a mile away, and a powerful magnet that sticks to your car without exiting the vehicle. Look, flares are dangerous, but Lizard Flare won't let you down. A dead battery, an empty gas tank. With Lizard Flare, help is on the way. Lizard Flare Pro has an ultra-bright flashlight too.
Get your Lizard Flare for only $9.99, but wait, Lizard Flare may be discontinued. Due to rising costs, Lizard Flare is stopping manufacturing effective immediately. There is a strict limit of 2 vehicle packs per order. Call now.
This may be your last chance, so call 1-800-604-4696. That's 1-800-604-4696 or visit lizardflare.com now.
I can't wait to get to work.
Oh, let's get you ready for fall. 1 lap for each vowel.
Ryan Seacrest joins Vanna White this fall on Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune on CoastTV.
It's now 6:54. It's time for some things you need to know before you go. President Joe Biden delivered a historic address to the nation yesterday, explaining to the American people why he dropped his re-election bid for a second term. The president saying while his time in office has been the honor of a lifetime, the best way forward is to pass the torch to a new generation.
Ocean City Police Department has been handing out bicycle lights. This is to help prevent dangerous situations on the road. Goal is to make sure everyone is visible and easy to see even when it gets dark. And last Friday, the OCPD went out to a local McDonald's to hand out bicycle lights to J1 workers and teach them the ins and outs of riding in the town.
Boaters in OC can expect some relief very soon. Maryland DNR saying the Army Corps of Engineers will be focusing on 2 priority areas from the last round of inlet work. Crews will be clearing muck around the junction between the Isle of Wight and inlet channels. That work's scheduled for right now through next Tuesday.
House lawmakers adopted a resolution to establish a bipartisan task force to investigate the attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump. Speaker of the House Mike Johnson and Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries will now select 7 Republicans and 6 Democrats to be on this task force with the goal to understand what went wrong the day of the rally when the shooting occurred. This is to ensure accountability and to prevent such an agency failure from ever happening again.
All right, Coco, is it Coco Gauff?
Yes.
Thank you. Will be joining LeBron James in leading the Olympics, the 2024 Olympics opening ceremony.
Yeah, the world's #2 tennis star has been chosen as the female flag bearer.
Very cool. 20-year-old Gauff also making her Olympic debut. She was supposed to compete at the Tokyo 2020 Games, but did not after, testing positive for COVID-19. That's too bad.
Yeah, both singles and doubles tennis competition. It starts Saturday. It's one day after the historic opening ceremony there in Paris. Boy, looking forward to that.
Definitely. This is going to be a fun games. But right now it is 6:56. We got to take a quick look at your forecast before you head out the door.
Yeah, we got one final check with First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahey. Wow, shocking here. It's raining today.
Boy, again? Yeah, what is this, the 4th day in a row, guys? But yeah, it's another rainy day, and this is the last rainy day. We're going to start to dry things out, but be careful out the door. Make sure you have the rain gear, and leave extra time to get to your destination, as we do have some wet conditions, obviously, with the rain coming down and some ponding on the roads. Here's a radar showing the rain across Delmarva right now. Not everybody's seeing the rain, but we have the pockets of rain that will continue on and off throughout the day. And with the cloud cover and the rain, we're looking at temperatures into the mid-70s, so only a slow rise through the 70s as we continue to see that rain this afternoon. If you see a little bit of sun, we might hit 80 degrees. I'm being optimistic, but a lot of us are stuck in the 70s. Here's your Paul Davis 10-day forecast. We start to dry it out late tonight, and Friday, 83 in the weekend is looking great. If you have those outdoor plans, this is the weekend to do it. Lots of sunshine on Saturday, 85. Cool morning, 62 degrees on Saturday. That's nice. Maybe a little taste of fall. Cool Sunday morning as well. Upper 80s Sunday into early next week. But then the humidity starts to come back. We start to see some storms beginning Tuesday. And then August begins on Thursday. And I think we're starting to see 90s reappearing. And those could last into the weekend with more storms at that time.
Can't believe it's almost August, Bob. That shocked me when you said that. All right, well, thank you all for joining us on Coast TV News Today.
And the Today Show is coming up next at 7 a.m.
We'll be back, Coast TV News middays at 11, so stick with us.
And for even more news and coverage you can count on, download our Coast TV News and weather apps. Have a great Thursday morning, everybody.